very far away.
How are you enjoying GOO at the movies?
I think it's been the best thing that we've done so far.
I'm so excited for the rest of the week. What's coming up this week?
What's coming up this week? I think this week we've got Incredibles.
Incredible? I tell you what, that's incredible. I hope you enjoy it, so get your popcorn. What else do you need?
What else do we need? Bible?
Your Bible, you need something to drink, some popcorn, some chocolate. Yes, I know it's the morning, but enjoy yourself and have so much fun. Sit on your sofa, snuggle up tight, get your craft ready, and let's go.
It's really wet out here.
Hey kids, welcome back to our merchandise stand where we make our own merch. And I can see that you are watching The Incredibles, which is an incredible film, may I add. So our merch today is going to be a mask that we wear. And you can see that it's not black like the others because I have written on it. So I will explain what these words are for when we are making them. So let's get started. So to make this, you are going to need a piece of white A4 paper. You will need an adult with you as we are using sharp scissors. We have a black marker just to outline. Obviously you can use a pen. And for this string bit here, I am just using pipe cleaner. If you don't have any pipe cleaner, then you can just use string, or you can even hold it up with your hand if you don't have any. I'm using 2 pieces because my head is too big for just one. So just measure out how much you think you will need. I'm using a glue stick, or you could use PVA glue. And the colours that I'm using is a pink felt tip for the writing. And then to colour over it, I'm using a blue crayon. But obviously you can use whatever colour you want. You can even make a multicoloured mask if you want. And finally, I have a pom-pom, and this is to poke my holes through my mask. But you could use blue tack, or you could ask your adult to carefully do it. But as long as you get the holes, that's completely fine. So let's get started. So the first thing you're going to do is to get your white paper and just fold it in half that way. And then put it like that. And then you're going to get your black marker and just draw this shape. And if you're unsure, you can pause the video and just copy the shape that I've done. So roughly like that. Now it's a bit messy, but it's completely fine. And then 2 circles in the middle for your eye holes. Okay? And once you've done that, you can open it up. And as you can see here, you can kind of see the outline. You can't see it very well yet, but as you can see, you can kind of see the outline. Obviously, if you're doing it by yourself, you'll see it. And you're going to get your glue stick and just glue inside the outline. So we are just gluing around the outline and leave the holes blank and the outside, just so it's easier to cut it out. Okay, so once you've glued it, just fold it over like that, just making the paper a bit thicker so it's not just one piece of paper. And then flip it over and start cutting the outline. Ask your adult to cut out the outline. Now, as you've seen, I have written on this one, strong and courageous, God is with me. And in the verse Joshua 1 verse 9, it talks about being strong and courageous because God is with us. So I've written this on here because when we wear our mask, it is almost like God has given our mask to us. So when we face our fears, we can wear our mask and then our fears will run away, because we are just so amazing with the things that God has given us to overcome our fears. So that is why I've written part of the verse on here, and Lucy will be talking about that in much more detail later on in the story. So I'm writing strong and courageous, God is with me. If you're struggling with spelling, then you can pause the video and copy out what I wrote, or if you don't want to write this at all, that's completely fine, it's up to you. There we go, so I've written it there if you just want to copy that. There you go. Okay, so once we've done that, it does not matter if you've written over the end, we can still make our holes in a minute. So I'm just going to get this blue crayon and colour all of it in. Okay, so once you've finished colouring that in, then you can get your pom-pom or your blue tack, or if you don't want to do this part, then that's completely fine. Then you can just hold your mask up to your face like that. But if you want to do this extra part, then get your pom-pom or your blue tack and your adult and just ask them to poke a hole like so on either side of the mask. And then I'm just going to get my scissors, and this is very dangerous, so please do not do this part, and just make the hole a bit wider so our string or our pipe cleaner can fit through like that. And then I've already measured how big my head is, so I'm just going to, if you need to attach two together, this is how you do it. So just twist them like that to make one big long piece of pipe cleaner, and then thread it through here and fold it and then twist it like that, and then go all the way to the other side, go in this way, turn it over, fold it and twist it like that. And that is how you make your mask. Wow guys, these look amazing. It would be incredible if you could take a picture or a video and send it to icon.goo on Instagram of you fighting your fears. I hope you've enjoyed today's craft and we'll see you next week. Bye!
Hey kids, are you ready for our game today? Okay, you sound great. So, the game today is with Jacob, okay?
Woo!
So that's pretty exciting.
Back at it again.
The game is going to be a bit of an acting game. We're going to act out some movies and we've got to guess what movie it is. But to help it out, it's going to be Disney movies because we're quite good at our
Yeah,
Disney
we love our
movies.
Disney movies.
So how do we win, Jacob?
So, anything I want out, if I get it right, then I will get a point. If I get it wrong, I don't get a point. If Ellie gets it right, she gets a point. If she gets it wrong, she doesn't get a point. And we'll see who's got the most points at the end.
That sounds
It'll
fun.
be me then. That's alright, it'll be me.
Well, because I'm better at this, I'm going to start and show Jacob how it's done. Are you ready?
Ladies first.
Of course. Right, are you ready, Jacob?
I'm ready.
Okay.
Frozen.
Yeah.
Told you I'm the boss.
Did you get that one right, guys?
I am the boss.
Oh, you still
Okay, you ready?
Yeah.
You ready?
Finding Dory. Finding Nemo.
Yes.
See?
Well done.
I get a point, so it's 1-1.
We'll start off with the easy ones.
Yeah. Are you ready for this one?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Are you guys ready?
Lion King. No. Lion King 2.
Ah! Ah! Come on, guys. Tell us what it is. Ah!
It's not Lion King.
Ah!
Jungle Book.
No. Oh yeah. It's, ah! Okay, you got 5 more seconds to guess. Ah!
Brave.
1 minute. Ah!
Is it Brave?
Ah! No.
Tangled.
Right, that's time now. It was Monsters Inc.
Oh.
Because I was the monster and then I was being
Get it.
blue. Oh, did you guys get it? Are you better than Jacob?
Mate, I struggled there. Of course, it's Monsters. Inc. That's one of my favourite Disney films.
I can't
Disney
believe you get that.
Pixar film
So,
things.
It's 1-1 still.
I'm gonna have to do a really hard one now. Oh, I'm not ready for this.
Come on, Jacob.
Okay, I've got one. I don't know how to act this out.
Tarzan. Is he in a boat? Are you in a boat? Okay, sort of in a boat. He's paddling. He's oh, I don't know, guys. Do you know? Come on, give me some characters. What characters are in this film?
I'm so bad at acting, honestly. I'm trying to think. I've not seen this film.
You're just as bad as your drawing.
My drawing is expert. All right. I will not hear a bad word
Come
about
on,
it.
Jacob.
Tell Ellie that she's wrong. All right.
You've got 5 seconds.
I'm trying to think of. This is just bad acting. This isn't on you. I can't think.
Okay, if I lose this one, I get the point still.
I agree. I agree.
Okay, 5, 4. Guys, what is it?
Can I sing one of the songs?
3.
Yeah, I'll sing it.
Make way, make way. Moana, it's time you knew. The Virgin Mountain is all you
That's terrible. Right, we'll have one more go each.
Because she's on the raft, isn't she? And she's handing out. Yeah.
That's all you can think
That's all I can think of. And then I tried
crab?
Maui with the hook, but I couldn't. Yeah.
Oh, anyway,
I'm
one
sorry.
more.
I'm sorry, everyone.
One more. Let me think. Okay. Are you ready?
Yeah. Okay, I think I know it, but I've not seen this film.
So what is it?
Is it Brave?
Yeah!
Okay, I got it from
Did you guys get that
the fact
one
that
as
I've
well?
not seen it.
Okay, last one. So I'm winning. I've got 2-1. Are you ready?
Actually, I just got 2, so it's 2-2 now.
Okay.
It's 2-2.
I'll trust you on that one.
I just
Go
won!
on, go on.
It's 2-2. Okay.
I want to get a point.
Okay, yeah, I literally had a film and it's got... Okay, I've got one.
Is it Jungle Book? No, Dumbo. Dumbo.
Yes,
Yeah.
Dumbo.
Oh, so does that mean I won? Does that mean I won?
By default.
Yes.
By default, 11.
Well, I hope you guys enjoyed that game and you played along at home. You can even do this with your family as well. Well, that's it for our game this
That
week.
is it for the game this
I
week.
hope you've enjoyed it.
I hope you enjoyed the great acting from Ellie.
Yeah.
Sorry on my part. I'll try better next
Terrible.
time.
Get practicing.
It's not as good as my drawing.
Bye, guys.
See you later.
There is My name's Cal and I'm here to share with you my favourite Bible story. And it's about a little boy and his name is Samuel. Are any of you guys' named Samuel? Let me know. And his mum was called Hannah. Now Hannah really wanted a baby boy. She prayed and prayed to God, please God, give me a baby boy. And she said, if you give me a baby boy, I'll make sure that he grows up to love and worship you. So after the birth of Samuel, that's exactly what she did. She sent Samuel to work for Eli, and Eli was a priest. And so Eli taught Samuel loads of things about God and how to worship him. And that's where our story starts, okay? Let's go. The boy Samuel served the Lord under Eli. In those days, the Lord did not speak directly to people very often. There were very few visions. Eli's eyes were so weak he was almost blind. One night he was lying in bed. Samuel was also in bed in the Lord's holy tent. The Ark of the Covenant was in the holy tent. God's lamp was still burning. Then the Lord called Samuel. Samuel answered, I am here. And he ran to Eli and said, I'm here, you called me. But Eli said, I didn't call you. Go back to bed. So Samuel went back to bed. The Lord called again, Samuel. Samuel again went to Eli. I am here, you called me. Again, Eli says, I didn't call you. Go back to bed. Samuel did not yet know the Lord. The Lord had not spoken directly to him yet. The Lord called Samuel a third time. Samuel got up and went to Eli. He said, I am here. You called me. Then Eli realised the Lord was calling the boy. So he told Samuel, go to bed. If he calls you again, say, speak, Lord. I am your servant and I am listening. So Samuel went and lay down in bed. The Lord came and stood there. He called as he had before. He said, Samuel, Samuel. Samuel said, speak, Lord. I am your servant and I am listening. So God spoke to Samuel and he told him loads of things that were going to happen in his life. Isn't it incredible how even though Samuel was just a little boy, like many of you watching, that God was still speaking to him and telling him incredible things? I wonder what things God could be telling you if you just make sure that you have your listening ears turned on when he's talking. So now we're going to pray together, okay? So let's get comfortable and let's pray. Dear God, we just pray that we have an amazing week next week and have loads of fun with our families. We pray that you keep everyone safe, especially the teachers and children who are back at school now, Lord God. And we just pray that we are able to take time to be silent and to listen to what you have to say to us, Lord God. Everybody ready? Amen!
Can you see me?
No.
Oh, one sec. Can you see me now?
No.
Oh, come on, one sec. Okay, right. 3, 2, 1. Can you see me now?
We can see you now.
Brilliant. Hi, kids. How the goo are you? Brilliant. Well, in case you haven't noticed, I am dressed up as my favourite character from Incredibles. Can you guess who I am? That's right, I'm Violet. But I'm here today to talk to you about something very cool. So, before I talk to you about that, I'm just going to show you my favourite clip from The Incredibles. Okay? You ready? Get watching.
Oh, my back!
I absolutely love that scene. It is one of my favourite scenes from the entire film. But the reason why I love it so much is because in that scene, you've got Mr. Incredible, and he is so scared of this giant, scary robot thing that's attacking him. But he plucks up the courage to take it on and defeat this thing that's scaring him so much. And I really feel like we can relate to that in our lives, because I don't know about you, but I have so many things that I'm afraid of. I'm afraid of clowns, I'm afraid of snakes, I'm afraid of swans. I know that's a weird one, but I'm sure there's loads of things that you're afraid of too. And just like Mr. Incredible, we can get really scared. But if we look to the Bible, there's a Bible verse that I absolutely love, and it is from Joshua 1 verse 9, and it goes, "Remember that I commanded you, be strong and brave. Do not be afraid, the Lord your God will be with you wherever you go." So when we read that verse, we can know that it does not matter what we are scared of, that God will always protect us. And like Mr. Incredible, he has all his superpowers, and we might not have superpowers like him, but we know that God can be our superpower and that he will always, always do everything he can, and he can do anything to make sure that we're safe, no matter what we're scared of. But I hope you enjoyed that, and see you next week.
Guys, we hope you've really enjoyed GOO at the movies.
Don't forget me.
Don't forget Rachel. How have you enjoyed this week?
I've loved it. It's been incredible. Hey. What's your favourite bit this week, Ben?
My favourite bit this week, I enjoyed my bits. I think they were really good.
Yeah, same.
I did an amazing job, if you ask me. Who's your favourite Incredibles character?
That woman who designs the stuff.
Edna.
That
I
one.
like Incrediboy.
Incredible.
Yeah.
Well, we'll see you next week, and can't wait to see you. Bye.